And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
22.
On 1st and 10, Keenum. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on second down, couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They do go for it. It's Keenum. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Back to throw, Keenum. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. With that ball hitting the ground, let's take a spin around the league real quick. You know, last week we discussed the head coaching vacancies. There were 8 of them. Well, a lot of those places have already found new coaches, Charles. Some old faces in new places. Bruce Arians in Tampa Bay. Adam Gase staying in the AFC East, jumping from Miami to the Jets. And how about some of the new fellas?
Yeah, how about Cliff Kingsbury? He went to USC to be the offensive coordinator after losing his job at Texas Tech. Ends up being the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. Freddie Kitchens gets the job in Cleveland, gets the promotion. Vic Fangio finally getting his shot to be a head coach. He's going to Denver. And Matt LaFleur, he's going to work with Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay.
That leaves us with 2 remaining spots, Cincinnati and Miami, still searching. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. On target over the middle to Hill. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And able to find Conley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side. No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half. And Denver getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guy. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Demetrius Harris in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off. Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2. Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends. Good point. And coming out now, the Broncos. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it? And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The final shot before half for Keenum. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's got this down to the 35. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game. We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time. But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down. Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Eluding the pressure right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open. Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there. Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route.
Again, zone, you're just looking for that open spot.
And caught by Sanders. Touchdown, Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again.
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 27 yards, and the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
And that's just another in a long line of passing touchdowns for him today. To say that he's been on fire would definitely be an understatement.
Butker now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, 79 yards. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Keenum. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You don't want to throw away this excellent field position, but that's 2 incomplete passes in a row. Definitely need something big here on 3rd and 10.
Conversely, defense has done a good job on 1st and 2nd down. The coverage has been draped. Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Keenum. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. McManus now for the extra point. McManus's point after is good, and that will get him 1 closer. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Left side here to Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now Keenum, gotta have this one. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches, you say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They come out here in the eye. Keenum runs the sneak. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll run it. Freeman. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. They do tack on the extra point as well. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
He's back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things in.
And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Keenum finding Sanders for a big one, 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
They'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll run here with Freeman. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He's got daylight. 20, 10, and he scores! No flags anywhere, and they return it to the house to win the game.
A return!
This one is going to sting for a while. I mean, how do you let that happen defensively? One stop. I know that it's easy to say that from the booth, but
it is.
How do you let that happen, partner?
That's one of those where sometimes you get overzealous.